How to Train Your Dragon is one of the best animated movies of all time, if not one of the best movies of all time. It was written and directed by Chris Sanders and Dean DeBlo- God damn it, I really thought I was gonna get it this time. And this guy right here. The movie's based on the 2003 book of the same name by Cressida Cowell. During the writing process, the film became more inspired by the books than it is a straight adaptation. Normally, that leads to authors hating the movies, but Cressida Cowell is actually the exact opposite. She said, and I quote, "I don't need them to be exactly the same as the book in order to enjoy them. Other people disagree with me on that." With that mentality, she let both Sanders and Dean have full creative freedom with the story, as long as it was a good story that was both wholesome and faithful to the books in spirit. My real desire and hope for the movie was that it was going to be a wonderful movie. That's what I really wanted out of it. To me, that was the key thing. I wanted it to work as a wonderful movie, and that was really the important thing, not how close it was to the book. There are so many differences between the book and the movie. Like in the book, the dragons are a lot smaller, so no human can really ride on them. Astrid isn't in the books at all. Also, the plot. In the book, the Vikings have been capturing and training dragons for a long time. Hiccup isn't very good at training his dragon because he doesn't like to yell, which is the only way Vikings know how to train a dragon. So he has to use his ability to speak and understand Dragonese to train his dragon. There are a lot more differences, but these are the most straightforward ones. With that being said, a lot of the changes I feel like were for the better. Cause I don't think children would have found small talking dragons as appealing as large fighting dragons. Cressida Cowell thought so as well, saying, "I don't think I would have been comfortable with the changes if I thought it was a terrible movie, but I thought it was a wonderful movie. I thought it was very touching, very inspiring. I loved the movie, so that's what made me comfortable." How to Train Your Dragon premiered on March 21st, 2010, and was critically and commercially successful. It was praised for its direction, storytelling, animation, music, and its two sequels were also very well received. Then Hollywood decided to do a live-action remake. I've talked before about how pointless these live-action remakes are, so I won't get too much into it, but this one just feels super unnecessary. It doesn't feel like there's any particular reason for it to be remade other than just a cash grab. The only thing that's giving me just a little bit of hope about it is that it's being made by the same person who co-directed it and co-wrote the animated movie. But also that John Powell is returning to compose the music for the remake as well, because the music is one of the best things about this movie. I think what made me nervous the most about this movie was Toothless. I had no idea how they were going to adapt him into live action. But I have to admit, based on what I've seen in the trailer, it does look promising, but I'm still anxious. With that being said, some of the original cast members have expressed their feelings on the live-action remake, and this is what they've said so far. Jay Baruchel voiced the main character Hiccup in the animated movie and has said, "Oh boy, well my friend Dean wrote and is directing that movie and I'm just proud and psyched for him. He's been sending me cell phone pictures of the crazy set they built in Ireland. I'm just thrilled because he's got big ideas and he hasn't made enough shit yet. So I'm really proud that Dean gets to do his thing." He's also mentioned that he was not asked to do any cameo for the movie, nor does he have any other role in the movie. While promoting his new movie Humane, he was asked what advice he would give to the new live-action cast, and he responded with, "I know that those kids hopefully have a good adventure in store for them. And for any of the people getting to ride on Toothless, just respect the dragon and he'll respect you. And just enjoy it, because it's not every day that you get to be a part of something that people give a shit about across the world, and will take with them their entire lives. That's pretty profound, special thing, so yeah, just have a blast." Trigger warning for this next segment. Of course, I couldn't talk about this movie without addressing some of the anti-woke bullshit. As many of you know, the actress they cast for the role of Astrid, who is white and blonde in the animated movie, is Nico Parker, who is a person of color. In what would sadly be the norm, people did not like this casting and were very quick to voice their opinions. A lot of people tried to excuse their hate by saying things like, "Vikings were white back then, so it's not historically accurate. How is this an adaptation if Astrid isn't even white?" Or, "Stop blackwashing white characters." And this sentiment that I've seen shared over 100 times is so infuriatingly stupid. Why is historical accuracy even being brought up in a movie about dragons? That literally makes no sense. And then Astrid in the animated movie, which is what people keep referring to when it comes to this casting, isn't even voiced by a white person. She was voiced by America Ferrera, who isn't white. And then for people who don't know, Nico Parker, who's playing Astrid, already played a character that was white and blonde in its original media. With that being out of the way, America Ferrera was asked during the promotion for Barbie about the remake, and she said this.
I love who they cast. I think it's fantastic. Dean and I have been texting back and forth, and he's sending me, little snippets of what's going on. I'm so excited for the live action version.
The author Cressida Cowell had made a post on Instagram visiting the set in Northern Ireland and praising both Dean for directing and praised all the cast members, including Gerard Butler, who's reprising his role as Stoic in the live action movie. As pessimistic as I am about the live action adaptation, I do really hope it's good. And I'll be honest, after watching the trailers, I think this might actually be better than what I was expecting. Even if it's not necessary, I will always root for success for the cast and the filmmakers involved. I got genuinely emotional and nostalgic when I heard the soundtrack play in the trailer. I even got excited when I saw both Mason and Nico's reaction to getting cast. So even though this could easily be made as a cash grab, I do think it's being made with the best intentions in mind.